from Cool Mom and Collected, and today we are kicking off my new series, Nesting for Newborn, where I take you through my entire tiny home and we declutter and organize every space. If you guys don't know, my name's Laura and I live in a 36-foot RV with my husband and our 3 children, and we are expecting our 4th child in April, so we are in some serious nesting mode. The first part that we're going to be tackling in this series is the entryway, which really sets the tone when you first walk into the RV. It is definitely a high traffic area here. It gets very congested, easy to trip, easy to just throw things on the floor, and we really need to make it a little bit more organized. There are a handful of problem areas in this space, so I'm gonna take you through each one, and together we are gonna make them more organized and functional. I hope that you guys like this video and that you hit the like button and subscribe if you wanna follow along this declutter and organizational series, as well as other videos that I have on this channel, like motherhood, homemaking, etc. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's get into this entryway. You know how some people have a junk drawer? We have a junk this ginormous space right when you first walk in the door. There is just probably 5 feet that goes back here, and unfortunately, due to lack of organization, it has just held a monstrosity of things. There is so much back here. I think the game plan for this area is going to be declutter, get rid of, find the correct space for certain things, and then put seasonal things back here that don't get used all the time, because it is just not an easy area to get to. At the end of the video, I'm going to share with you guys everything that we decluttered, and it's going to be very, very satisfying. Let's get started. The next big problem in this entryway space is there's really no organization for outerwear. As you can see, we have these 3 hooks, which have 2 hooks each. It really doesn't give us enough space to store our mittens, our hats, our scarves, as well as our coats. My kids are outside with my husband, and so there's about a bulk more coats and things that we usually keep here. The way that I want to solve this problem is I picked up command hooks. I'm going to be linking all this stuff in the description box below. I plan to put those directly under these hooks so that my kids can be more involved and more independent. When they come into the house, I want them to be able to take their coat off and properly hang it, which right now they can't. They pass it to mommy and daddy, and we have to do that. It gets to be a lot with just grabbing all these coats and trying to hang them, and they fall. I also got these baskets from Target to organize my husband's mittens and our hats up top. And then for the kids, we're gonna use a box where they could just throw their outerwear, their hats, their mittens in. That way they can get themselves dressed before they go out, and that way they can put things away. Makes them more independent, makes it easier for mom and dad, definitely makes this place more organized. to our diaper cabinet. We actually have somewhat of a good system, believe it or not. Down here is where we keep the kids' daytime, nap, or nighttime diapers. So right now we just have one-year-old baby that is wearing diapers all throughout the day. It's a bit of a mess now, but it usually works really well. And up here is kind of like a jumble of different things. I have stationery that I might need to organize, as well as like, I don't know, what is this? Moisture absorbers, balloons. I think it's trying to be a gift area as well. We're just gonna have to kind of work this out. I'm gonna do it now and I'll show you guys how it turned out at the end. You know I'm serious about this series when a 27-week pregnant woman gets on the floor, right? Okay, let's take a look at the shoe cabinet. Ugh. Okay, this is usually what happens when I open the shoe cabinet. Everything falls out. We basically just all throw our shoes inside. It's just a pile of shoes, and the thing that stinks is if you're trying to get shoes out, you need to dig through all the shoes, which makes a bigger mess, which gets all the shoes all over the floor anyway. I went to Lowe's and I picked up this huge rack. They actually cut it for me right there after I measured the size of the cabinet. Now, I know I'm not gonna be able to install this bad boy, so I'm gonna have my husband do it, and I'm just gonna give him all the credit. The kickoff space. Can you see it? It's right down there. It's right down there. This is apparently a place where you just kick off your shoes for convenience, but I have a 1-year-old that is constantly dragging our shoes all over the floor, and I can't just really put shoes here. Right now, all we got going is this basket that my mom gave me, and there's just like a bunch of kids' gloves and like water shoes. It's January. Why do I have flip-flops? I don't know. These are the kinds of things I'm excited that I'll be decluttering. We'll organize it. I'll share it with you guys. Let's hope that this space comes out well. I have nowhere to put my purses or my keys, which is why we usually just kind of like throw them, and it just isn't functional. My plan in that is to do command hooks. Okay, nobody said this was gonna be Pinterest worthy. At this point in my life, I want functionality over aesthetics. And so if I can make something beautiful, I'm down. But if I can't, I'm not gonna let that stop me from making progress. So if you guys are struggling with that, maybe you have a place that you wanna organize in your house, but you're like, I don't have like the way I wanna make it look. I don't have what I need and this and that. Don't hold yourself back from functionality. You would be so surprised at how much functionality can just make your day easier, more beautiful, and in the end, you can always add the aesthetics later. So just make it work with what you have now. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's find those command hooks. other eyesore of this entryway is there's just no decor. I mean, doesn't this area look like it's just crying or screaming for something? Well, I have a solution for that because I just happen to have made this beautiful farmhouse DIY sign that I am planning to hang. I'm gonna link the video in the description box below as well as the cards. I worked so hard as a newbie making this beautiful farmhouse sign, and I cannot wait to hang it right here. Because I don't like to put holes in my RV walls, we're actually just gonna use Velcro, and you better believe there'll be a lot on there because we do not want this thing to fall. Friends, so it is the next day, and now I'm gonna kind of just give you a little tour with the camera to all the spaces that we did, and I'm gonna show you it. I'm so excited because they turned out so good. So I'm gonna carry you along now. Let's look at the afters. This area, if you guys remember, was so bare. I just love the way the Take a Hike sign came out with this beautiful macrame that my cousin Rachel made. It literally fits perfect. The wood complements each other, and it just kind of warms the space. So thank you, Rachel. I'm so excited. On the other side of this door, I also hung our wreath, which it's from Hobby Lobby, but I'm actually really happy I found it because it adds even more color than I anticipated, so that's a good thing. Now over here, I just want to show you guys in the coat rack how much space we acquired. So check out by just hanging my husband and my outerwear. Remember, we did declutter a little, I'll show you guys that, but we literally ended up having space for my purse that I'll be using. So here I have my outerwear, and then my husband's. He's actually out with the kids, so he has his, but that turned out really great. If you guys look down here, I've got my kids' outerwear. I am so happy and so excited for them to be practicing that independence that they want to. Down here, I have the kids' shoes, which is gonna be so easy for them to just throw in. And over here, it will also be easy for them to put their hats, their gloves, easy throw on. Maybe I'll find a deeper basket, you know, that will situate better. But for now, we work with what we got. Then I got some big boots that didn't really fit in here, so they're tucked away. Up here, I had a lot of fun with this space. Let me turn this light on too. So check this out, guys. Do you remember the before? We decided to only put things back here that were seasonal, meaning like we're not gonna be using them. I'm not gonna be reaching back here to grab things. So I'm very content with this. I think it's awesome. We got our gloves here for me and the husband. We got our hats. I made these cute little, what are these? You guys know what they are. I made these. Again, I'm linking everything in the description box below if anything interested you. We also didn't want to put our keys and kind of like ruin the vibe putting them out here. So we decided to hang man hooks and just put them back here. We've got hats, caps here, and we've got some batteries. Over here, we have this cabinet, which I am so happy I solved. If you guys see, we've got cards in here and like stationery, but I also thought I had all this extra room. I just added like the birthday things, balloons, and paper for when we have gifts and things like that. My 1-year-old's nap time diapers, and then we have, you know, on the go if we need to delint ourselves, as well as, look how nice, guys, the organized diaper. So this is just like a breath of fresh air. I'm so happy with that. And then down here, this has to be my most favorite part of the whole entryway because it makes such a difference. Having just my husband and my shoes together on these shelves has been so much easier. Now I'm gonna turn this bad boy around and show you guys what I decluttered. It's kind of a lot. So would you guys believe that this heap right here are items that did not belong back there, and now it's so clean. I'm so happy. So that goes all the way to here. All this stuff, none of that belonged there. We're gonna find a place for them, and by the time we finish decluttering this place, they will have nowhere to hide. This was basically all the garbage. Actually, I want to donate this, so let me put that over there. So whatever, we decluttered some garbage we don't have to deal with. That shouldn't have been there. I'm gonna show you guys what I am donating. So this is really what I decluttered from that area. Now, it's hard for me to give this up. Loved this Eddie Bauer backpack. It worked really well as a diaper bag, but I think it works well for one child, and I'm about to have 4. So I love my Ergo Baby backpack that I was gifted, and I'm gonna use that in the meantime. That's gonna get donated. I find that with these bags, they're usually big because it's a very specific gift. So I'm gonna donate these as well. I'm not gonna wait till I have a big gift that I need that for. It's not realistic. This right here is this is just the most annoying thing in an RV. You know, it's like, watch the stove, stop throwing the ball. We're not gonna do this because it's just a hazard. So I'm gonna donate that as well. I had a pair of flip-flops already. They're like shower shoes flip-flops, so I can say goodbye to these boys. So those are going there. This hat, as you guys saw, did not flatter yours truly, so bye-bye. Yeah, we just have too many hats. And this one as well, too many hats, so we're saying goodbye. My Birks, guys, I love these Birks. I'm gonna have to get another pair, but look at that crackage, okay? They served me well. I probably had 3 years in them, and on to the new pair of Birks. Hopefully, this, guys, my kids attempted to wear these many times, and we end up just carrying them because it's not super comfortable. Converse, I love Converse, guys. I seem to always want a pair. I don't even think these look good anymore. They look like, let's say goodbye. I love earmuffs, but I mean, I get a headache every time I wear them, so what's the point? Saying goodbye to that. Okay, I'm piecing out 1, 2, 10. Last time I checked, I only have 1 head, so I really don't think I need 10. And then these, we've got like 2 pairs per kid, and they're way better than this, so we're gonna get rid of these outside gloves. So let's see, I just said 10 handkerchiefs, right? 1 pair of gloves, so that's 11. Let's see how many items. 12, 13. Future Laura, make sure that you note, we got rid of 23 things from decluttering 1 space in our house. So this is encouraging. Yikes, we're gonna be getting rid of a lot, guys, because this is the tiniest space we'll be going through, so stick around. Thank you so much for following along for our first episode of Nesting for Newborn. I spoke to my husband and we already feel so much better just having this entryway done. It really is true. The key to happy, tiny living is having a place for everything, and I cannot wait to go through the rest of this RV and just get everything in its place. If you guys liked this first episode of Nesting for Newborn, please like it and don't forget to subscribe so you can catch all future episodes where I'm gonna be working through and organizing each space. Remember, guys, choose functionality over perfection. And if my video inspired you to organize a place in your home, please tag me on Instagram at coolmomandcollected, and I can't wait to see what you do. Well, that's it for today's episode, so I will see you guys in the next one, and I wish you a cool, calm, and collected day. Bye!